Crispy golden chicken, fluffy Japanese rice, and rich velvety curry sauce packed with incredible flavor. This is the ultimate comfort meal to enjoy with the family and friends. Best of all, it's much easier to make than you might think. Hi friends, today I'm going to show you how to make Japanese chicken katsu curry from scratch. Join me as we create this amazing Japanese dish with the perfectly crispy chicken cutlets, delicious homemade curry sauce, and authentic Japanese rice. Let's get cooking. This recipe has two simple stages. First, we will prepare the crispy chicken katsu. Then, we will make the rich, silky Japanese curry sauce that brings everything together. Once both are ready, we will plate it up with fluffy Japanese rice for the ultimate comfort meal. Let's start by preparing the chicken. I have three chicken breasts that I have sliced into half to create thinner cutlets. For the coating, I have about 2 cups of plain flour and 2 cups of panko breadcrumbs. First, let's season both the flour and breadcrumbs. Add half a teaspoon each of salt, black pepper, and chili powder to both bowls. Then mix them well. For the panko breadcrumbs, I am also adding 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese. This is completely optional, but if you have it, I highly recommend adding it. It gives the coating an extra layer of flavor and helps create an even more delicious crust. Now let's prepare the marinade. In a large bowl, add 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste, 2 teaspoons of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce, and 1 tablespoon of sweet soy sauce. Black pepper, chili powder, turmeric and salt to taste. Squeeze the juice of half a lime. If you don't have lime, you can use a little vinegar instead. Mix everything well until form a smooth, flavorful paste. Now add the chicken to the marinade and use your hands to massage the seasoning into every piece, making sure each cutlet is evenly coated. This step helps the chicken absorb all those delicious flavors before we bread, crumb and fry. For the best flavors, it is ideal to let the chicken marinate in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours so it has time to absorb all the seasoning. But if you are short on time, like I am today, you can go ahead and coat it straight away. It will still taste delicious. Now let's prepare the eggs. Crack the eggs into a bowl and mix them well. I started with 2 eggs, but it looks like I will need one more to coat all the chicken evenly. So I am adding a third egg. There is no need to season the eggs because this chicken, flour and panko breadcrumbs are already well seasoned. Now it's time to coat the chicken. First, dredge each piece in seasoned plain flour, making sure it's completely covered. Shake off any excess flour, then dip it into the beaten eggs, coating every side well. Let any excess egg drip off before placing it onto the seasoned panko breadcrumbs. Using your fingers, gently press the breadcrumbs onto the chicken so every surface is fully coated. Make sure all the flour sides are covered evenly. This is the secret to getting that beautiful golden crispy crust when it's fried. Repeat the same process with the remaining chicken pieces. Coat them in the seasoned flour, dip them into the egg, and finish with an even layer of panko breadcrumbs. Continue until all the chicken is beautifully coated and ready for frying. For the best results, try to use panko breadcrumbs for coating the chicken. Since this is the traditional Japanese dish, panko is the breadcrumb most commonly used in Japan. It's create a lighter, crispier coating than regular breadcrumbs, giving the chicken its signature crunchy texture. If you can find panko, highly recommended using it. Now all the chicken is coated and ready to go. So we will set it aside for a moment. Next, let's make the rich and flavorful Japanese curry sauce that brings the dish together. For this curry, I am using two chopped onions. Although a little extra onion would make it even better, along with ginger and garlic, two large carrots cut into chunks, a small piece of cauliflower, and one chopped tomato. If you prefer, you can use potatoes instead of cauliflower or even add both. I also have 1 teaspoon of plain flour. This is simply the seasoned flour left over from coating the chicken, so nothing goes waste. We will also need 2 to 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. For the curry seasoning, I am using my own homemade spice blend. You can easily use Japanese curry cubes from the supermarket, but I am familiar with this blend and it gives me a very similar flavor. I am adding 1.5 teaspoon of curry powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, a few pieces of cinnamon, and few cardamom pods. Together, these spices create a rich aromatic curry that perfect with crispy chicken katsu. Let's start by cooking the onions. I am adding about 3 tablespoons of oil to the pan because I am using 2 large onions. Once the oil is hot, add the onions and cook them over medium heat. At this stage, I don't add anything else. Just let the onions soften until they become translucent and release their natural sweetness and aroma. This creates a delicious flavor base for the curry. Now the onions are nicely cooked. It's time to add the ginger and garlic. Cook them for about a minute until they become fragrant. Next, add the vegetables. I am using carrot, cauliflower, and tomatoes. But if you prefer, you can use potatoes instead of cauliflower or even add both. Give everything a good stir so the vegetables are coated with the onions and garlic. Then cover with the lid and let them cook for a couple of minutes until they begin to soften. This helps bring out their natural sweetness and builds the flavors of the curry. Now it's time to add all the spices. Stir them through the vegetables and cook everything together for a couple of minutes. Cooking the spices at this stage helps release their natural oils and aromas, giving the curry a much deeper, rich flavor. It also removes the raw taste of the spices before we add the chicken stock. I forgot, I forgot to show you one important ingredient, chicken stock. I am using my own homemade chicken stock, which I keep it in the freezer. I have simply thawed it in the microwave and it's ready to use. Homemade stock always give the curry richer, deeper flavor, but if you don't have any good quality store-bought chicken stock works perfectly well too. At this stage, check whether your vegetables are tender enough. Mine still a little firm, so I'm going to let them cook for a few more minutes. You want the carrot, cauliflower, or potatoes to be nice and soft before moving on to the next step. Once the vegetables are tender, you are ready to continue with the curry. Now the vegetables are nice and tender. So I will turn off the heat and let them cool slightly. Since we are going to blend everything into a smooth, creamy puree, it's safer to let them mixture cool before transferring into the blender. I will pour it into a bowl and leave it for a few minutes to cool down. While the vegetables are cooling, let's move on to the next step and fry our chicken until it's perfectly golden and crispy and delicious. Add enough oil to the pan for a shallow frying. You don't need to completely submerge the chicken, just enough oil to come about halfway up each piece. Once the oil is hot, we will fry the chicken until it's beautifully golden, crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside. Chicken will take about 7 to 8 minutes to cook, depending on its thickness. Turn it over every couple of minutes so it cooks evenly and develop a beautiful golden brown crust on both sides. Keep the heat at medium low to medium. If the oil is too hot, the coating will brown too quickly while the chicken stays undercooked in the center. Cooking it gently gives it a perfectly crispy chicken that's juicy and fully cooked all the way through. Now the chicken is perfectly cooked. So let's finish the curry now. Transfer all the cooked vegetables and all the cooking liquids into a blender, then blend until you have a smooth, creamy puree. Traditionally, you can strain the mixture through a fine sieve for an extra silky texture. However, my blend makes it incredibly smooth, so there is no need to strain it. I already go straight back into the pan. Now let's bring the curry together. Melt 2 tablespoons of butter in a pan. Then add 1 tablespoon of plain flour. Cook the flour in the butter for 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes, stirring constantly until the raw flour taste disappears. This creates a roux which gives the curry its rich, smoothie texture. Next, pour the vegetable puree into the pan and stir everything together. Add a little water to the blender or bowl, swirl it around to collect all the remaining goodness and pour that into the curry as well. Let everything simmer gently for a few minutes until the sauce is smooth and slightly thickened. Many traditional Japanese curry recipes include apple for a natural sweetness, but I prefer not to use it. Instead, I finish the curry with 1 teaspoon of honey. The honey balances all the flavors, the savory spices, the acidity from the tomatoes, and the saltiness, creating that signature mild, rich Japanese curry taste. My honey has gone quite hard because of the cold weather, but once it melts into the hot curry, it blends in perfectly. The curry is now ready, and all the flavors are beautifully balanced. It's rich, smooth, and full of flavor with just the right amount of sweetness. Now it's time for the best part. Let's plate everything up and bring this delicious Japanese chicken katsu curry together. First, slice this crispy chicken into even pieces. Take a look at that. Perfectly golden and crispy on the outside, while the inside is juicy and tender, cooked to the perfection. Next, let's prepare the rice. I am using Japanese short grain rice, which is naturally sticky, making it easy to shape. Fill the small bowl with the rice. Press it down gently with the back of the spoon. You can decorate it with putting s- onions, rings, tomato in the bottom and press the rice over it. Then place your serving plate over the bowl and carefully turn it upside down. You will have a beautifully shaped mound of rice. Arrange one sliced chicken cutlet alongside the rice. Add fresh salad of lettuce, cucumber, tomato, and onion for some color and freshness. You can use your preferred salad here. Now, spoon the rich Japanese curry beside the rice, just as it's traditionally served in Japan. I also like to drizzle a little curry sauce over the crispy chicken for even more flavor. And there it is. Homemade Japanese chicken katsu curry, crispy chicken, fluffy rice, and rich velvety curry sauce all in one plate. It's one of my favorite Japanese comfort food, and I hope you will give it a try. I am sure you are going to love it. And that's my homemade Japanese chicken katsu curry. Crispy golden chicken, fluffy Japanese rice, and rich velvety curry sauce that's packed with flavors. This is perfect comfort meal to enjoy with family and friends. I hope you give this recipe a try in your own kitchen. Please give it thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more easy, delicious homemade recipes from around the world. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next episode.